Today I'm going to show you 5 essential accessories you need for your Sony A7 III. When you first get your camera, you'll want to shoot with it straight away. And even though it works really well out of the box, there are some accessories that'll actually make your photography experience better. Now, these accessories aren't just limited to the A7 III. Whichever camera you have, they'll help. I've also put some links in the description below, just in case you want to buy any of these accessories. We all know that the Sony A7 III doesn't have a built-in intervalometer. So if you want to shoot time lapses, or you're planning on stacking some shots, maybe in astrophotography, you'll need an intervalometer. Even if you want to just do long exposures, I'd suggest getting an intervalometer over a shutter release cable. The intervalometer has a shutter release built into it with a hold function. What it'll also do is show you the time that you've had the shutter open for. I have 2 intervalometers, a wired one and a wireless one. I got them both off Amazon and they're relatively cheap. When you buy the A7 III, it comes with one battery. Now, it's the Z-type battery, which is really good and you can take a lot of shots on it. If you're doing really long shoots, or say if you're doing a multi-day hike, you'll need more than one battery. In the past, I've recommended getting third-party batteries, but with this camera, you only need 1 or 2 extra. So I'd suggest getting the actual Sony batteries. I know a lot of people have had problems with the firmware update and the camera's not really working that well with third-party batteries. So I'd suggest getting Sony branded batteries. You know they're going to work and you know they're good quality. So you've picked up your spare battery, you're going to need something to charge it on. The Sony A7 III doesn't come with a charger. You'll have to charge your batteries in camera. So you can pick up a third-party charger that will charge the Sony batteries really well. This means after a shoot, instead of charging one battery at a time in the camera, you can charge both your batteries at the same time. I have this charger, which gives me the option of charging at a lower speed or a faster speed. If I'm charging overnight, I'll switch it to the low speed. If I need a quick charge, I'll switch it to the high speed one. Whenever you change your lenses on your camera, your sensor will be exposed to the elements. One thing I've never really understood about these cameras is why they don't have the shutter mechanism come down and cover the sensor whenever you remove the lens. Other brands do have this, like the Canon EOS R, so I know it's possible. I just wish this was a function in the Sony cameras. However, it's not. So you need to get yourself a blower. Inevitably, dust will get onto the sensor. If you have a blower handy, you can clean most of this dust off. Sometimes you will get stubborn bits that you'll have to actually swab off with a special sensor cleaning kit, but most of the time the blower will get rid of them. About 2 or 3 times a year, I do get my sensors cleaned professionally, and it's worth doing. This, together with a blower, will keep your sensors clean. If you do a lot of photography from a tripod, it's worth getting an L bracket for your camera. I have one on every single one of my cameras, and it really comes in handy. It means I don't have to keep changing the ball head around or moving it to the different orientations. I literally undo my quick release, switch the camera to the portrait position, and then lock it back in place. It does save a lot of time and it's well worth it. Now, they're the 5 main things to get for your Sony A7 III. But one other thing I really recommend is getting spare SD cards. Eventually, when you're shooting, you'll fill up your SD cards, or one might fail. If you're out in the field shooting, it'll be a disaster if you don't have any other SD cards. And spare SD cards are vital if you're going on multi-day hikes and you know you're going to take a lot of photographs. I always carry spare memory cards with me, and they do come in handy. Over the years, I've only had 1 or 2 SD cards fail, and I'm glad I had those spare cards. Also, you can back up instantly in the camera with your second card slot. So this is another reason to get some spare SD cards. And that's about it. I use these accessories on a daily basis, and if you're serious about photography and you want to make your photography life easier, it's worth getting these. As I said earlier, I've got the links in the description below to all of these accessories, just in case you want to buy them. They are affiliate links and they do help me and my channel. They won't cost you any more. I'll just get a little bit of Amazon's profits. If there are any other accessories that you can think of that I haven't mentioned, leave a comment below and let me know what are your vital accessories. It'd be great to hear from you. As always, if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. And for weekly tutorials, hints and tips in photography and videography, subscribe and turn on notifications. I'll see you next time.